I wish I could have a nice force feedback steering wheel and rig set up so I could play a good driving game. But at the time, force feedback rigs and everything were like crap back on the PS3 and shit. And now they've gotten a lot better. But now I don't have the and now I live in a condo and I don't have the place for it. So that sucks. Yeah. When the PlayStation first came out, the Midnight Club, oh, the PlayStation 2, it was Midnight Club came out. That was awesome. That was a great game. Midnight Club kind of like worked on these smaller races around the city, and the courses always change, and we're always different, and shorter, longer races, but it was very gritty, and you were gambling your car. You know, you're like racing for deeds, and yeah, it was a neat game. It was really neat. You could wind up customizing cars and stuff like that. And I played it way too much at the time, and this is before trophies, obviously. But I completed the game and got all the crap done to it. Now with the VR headset, I mean that's why I wouldn't mind having a rig, because the new is it Gran Turismo has the VR to it. Yeah, feel like you're actually in the car. It would be not. It would be neat if they could, if some, if you could have the rig, you know, the chair, if you will, rig, set up that way. It actually bent, it like pivoted a little bit to the left or right, so that you could actually get the feel of like you're banking. You know, that's all I'm saying. Expensive for something that should not be expensive. I have heated floors in front of my patio doors, which lead out to the balconies. And the balconies are concrete. And that same concrete that's on the balconies is inside my apartment. So you put the heated floor underneath the tile by those balcony doors. That way the outside cold does not come inside. It kind of like is a stop. Meanwhile, my dog has learned that that's where the warmth is, and he's laying on the floor, on the heated floor, like he's a cat. There you are. Well, I'd love to be surprised that they'd actually come online sooner than hours from now. But I guess I'm wrong again. Come on. Come on. Alright. He's more than ready to go right now. He's kind of like pestering to go for a walk. Tell him. Come on. Hop. Hop. Ready to take you for a walk? You can go for a walk? You excited about going for a walk? You want me to make sure he takes you for a walk? Do I have to go to the door for you? Alright. I'll go make sure he takes you for a walk. Go on. Go on. Let's go find him. Did he put on his shoes? Did he put on his shoes? Or did he put on his shoes? Little puppy. Oh, it's a little puppy. Oh no, it's a little puppy. It's a little puppy. I got the puppy. I gotta go potty. Let's go pee my fur. I'm gonna pee my fur. I'm gonna pee my fur, Jake. Oh, he's getting his shoes on. He's got his shoes. He's got his shoes on. He's gonna take you for a walk. He's gonna take you for a walk. Let's go for a walk. I gotta go potty. I'm gonna pee my fur. I'm gonna pee my fur. I'm gonna pee your fur. I'm gonna pee your fur. I love puppy face. I love puppy face. I just love puppy face. That's the best dog in the world, man. Very patiently waits to go out twice a day. Yeah, but he's out for a while, you know. But you live on the, you know, you live in the top of a high-rise. It takes you 20 minutes to get downstairs to where he can go outside, you know. Oh, he's joked about getting that crap on the outside. Rakesh asks, is the server still down? Yes, they are. And supposedly for a few more hours. But every time I've started to stream, it's always been like 45 minutes later the servers came back online after I started to stream. Why? I did. And that's why I'm hedging my bet, thinking that it'd be in about a half hour or an hour. And then they came out with that tweet. It's going to be a few more hours, so who knows? When I moved into the condo, I remodeled it and installed gigabit Ethernet and cable TV to all the bedrooms. Because originally, when they have the TV going from the bedrooms to the living room to the other bedrooms, they literally had wire just draped across the floor along the baseboards. Yeah, so, well, I had a chance because I had to redo some walls. I put them all behind the walls. And, yeah. Although in a couple of spots, they are basically behind the baseboard. You know? But they're just behind the baseboard. That's an option you could have. No. That'd be carpentry work. So, is the small hole going to be where you're going to put a face plate on and everything else so that it'll look nice? Yeah. Now, it seems weird, but I would suggest this. If you know exactly where that hole in the wall is going to be, and in the attic you can kind of see where you're going. It's almost easier to use string and a plumb bob to fish the wire through, because the plumb bob is a heavy weight that goes straight down, so you can do that from the attic, and that way you can get to see, and cheaper than having all this fish line. Because the plumb bob's like $2, $2-3. Correct. Because I had bought the fish tape, and the fish tape did not work as well as I thought it was going to. However, The string and plumb bob did. However, the fish tape did wind up getting used here in my new apartment because all the wiring is in conduit, and all the wiring was actually aluminum, not copper. And so I rewired the entire apartment up to current standards of using copper wiring. That took a while. Uh-huh. Yeah, that and the satisfaction of having a breaker box that is actually neat and tidy and up to today's standards of electrical use. I did the electrical myself, but my the building manager was worried that I did it wrong, so I had to pay for my wiring to be inspected by electrician that they trusted. And they came out and the guy said to me, "Man, you do better work than a second-year apprentice." I'm like going, "Thank you." Basically. No, because I had to bend pipe, conduit myself to do this. And he looked at all the pipe bending I did. And he was like going, "All right." That's why he said I was better than a second-year apprentice. So I was like, "Thank you." Now I have 2 more useless tools that I don't need. Pipe bends. $50 each. Woohoo! Oh, thank God. I thought you were buying more things online and the cutting board is the next thing you were looking at. Like you've gone down the hole. You're in too deep. You're spending too much money. Really? You went to culinary school and now you do radon. So close together. You can't decide what you're going to do when you grow up. And you're grown up. You're wild. I went to school for engineering. I always wanted to drive a train. That's a good joke. Everyone in... Oh. I'm just saying that train driving engineering joke works well in engineering. Bam! Both. Yes.
Like somebody sent him a friend request and I didn't see who it was.
Yeah. It was that one guy. Joined the chat. He joined the chat. Actually, talked a little bit. And I loved Randman's response. Do I know you? No. Uh huh. It's just funny.
I get that sometimes. I like to at least play with someone at least once. Possibly at least talk to them at least once before I send them a friend request.
That's not how you got someone to join your SSD, you sucker.
Well, that was different. That was kind of a
Desperation.
you're not a crazy 14-year-old send friend requests friend.
Yeah. I hope you're at least somewhere near my level to do this SSD.
Yeah, please don't be level 10 saying to come in here.
Oh man, I help my friends do theirs all the time. Yeah, I doubt it. And if you do, and if you do, you're really not helping your friends. You're just kind of there as a warm body.
Me chill. Those are useful.
Dual shock battery is low. So amongst one of the many jobs I've had, I worked at a health club at one point in time, and there are all these rubber floor tile samples that we were given to choose from, but they never took back the rubber tile samples. And they're these about, I don't know, 3 by 3 inch square tiles, you know, and perfect size for coasters. So I took them for coasters. Well, actually, we divided them up between me and another guy, and I'm currently cleaning a coaster. Did he do all his business? My dog came back inside.
You're talking to your dog.
Well, I'm talking to my roommate who brought my dog back inside. Asking if he did all his business. Because he knows that when he comes back inside, he gets a treat for being a good dog? I don't know. Let's say good dog.
See, my in-laws dog got smart. He got a treat every time he went outside to go to the bathroom. So eventually, he just started going outside, walking right back to the door, and wanting a treat.
Yeah. It, he surprisingly adjusted well between house and apartment. Because he used to go out whenever he goddamn wanted to, because it was a backyard. Open the door, run. And now he only goes out, you know, literally twice a day. Approximately 12 hours apart from each other. So he goes out every 12 hours. You're only allowed to use the lavatory every 12 hours, boy. Can you handle it? Humans? Nope. Dogs? Yes. At least this dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Timer has gone up to 8 minutes. Someone you never would think would be a comedian or would have like very poignant, funny things to say. Steven Weber. I don't know if you even know who that is anymore. He doesn't have anything interesting on TV at all. He used to be on the TV show Wings in the 90s. Wings. And it was sadly a spin-off of Cheers. Yeah. Anyway, so he tweets. He says, "In order to save trees, I will never take paper receipts. However, I will fight to the death preserving an individually wrapped slice of cheese its right to personal space." Exactly.
Just like when I make multiple hamburger patties, I use little sheets of paper to separate the patties.
See, I think this would have been funny if he would have hashtag Sargento, I heart Sargento or something like that, or Sargento rules or something. You know, some manufacturer that has individually sliced pieces of cheese in a packet separated by wax paper, which is not edible. Wax paper. It is edible. Just disgusting. not male.
Only 3 minutes ago they sent that last message.
Yeah. I've never watched Twitter to see that after they do get it working if they've said anything.
Thanks to newly developed technology, we here at Late Night have the ability to record the tiny voice that is inside Donald Trump's head. And you might be surprised to know that, like everyone's inner voice, Donald Trump's is filled with paralyzing fear and self-doubt. So here, once again, is the tiny voice in the back of Donald Trump's head.
Our kind Father in heaven.
Hey Donald, it's the tiny voice in the back of your head, and I'm gonna say the prayer you wish you could say right now. Dear Lord, please let me out of this elaborate charade that I'm trapped in. Please let me open my eyes and be transported back to when I was running casinos and making cameos in Home Alone. Back to a time when I was disliked, but still sort of a beloved carnival freak. But if that can't happen, Lord, can you please at least transform this glass of water in front of me into a 30-liter bottle of Diet Coke and a bucket of chicken nuggets? Because honestly, Lord, that is all I really want right now. Please, Lord, make everyone disappear and put chicken nuggets in front of me. I'm gonna open my eyes, Lord. I'm gonna open my eyes, and please let that be the case. Oh, God damn it.
That's funny.
Remote driving system activated.
Wait! Which side of the road is it?
Boss, just fine.
Let's go! Then look at your suit. He's been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Pull around the truck. Ready to go!
You show up.
Okay, that is an awesome clip for the Black Panther movie.
Black Panther movie looks freaking awesome.
They just posted a new clip about 21 hours ago yesterday. Marvel Studios kinetic energy film clip. It shows him out in the world, in the real world, but yet his sister is back in Wakanda, and she hops into, holy shit, and remotely drives the car from Wakanda to, let's say, I don't know where the hell it is, let's just say LA, you know what I mean? Halfway around the world, she's driving a car in Wakanda in real time. You know what I mean? That's their level of technology, and it just looks awesome.
Well, they have flying ships, so they can at least drive a car around.
Yeah. Although the funny thing is, the humor in the clip is she's like going, "What side of the road do they drive on here?" Which was great.
Right, no, right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Just drive, silly, he says. I don't know why Black Panther wasn't brought out sooner. He was the cooler. He's one of the cooler Avengers.
Because they wanted to go through all the mainstream ones before they went to
You mean all the cracker ones? God damn.
But don't worry, you're getting
Atom? From Legions of Tomorrow? Legends of Tomorrow? That's a DC character. You suck.
Never said they had one, Joe. They said you're getting another black guy.
Making a knife drawer. In drawer knife block. Oh man, that's awesome.
This is where we keep the long kitchen knives, and that is really not ideal. So I think I'll make a knife block to fit in here. So I'm going to make a block that fits into here, and I'm just going to leave the camera running the whole time and see if I can make a decent video of that. For material, I'm using a nice big piece of oak firewood, and I'm starting by just squaring it up on the joint. And next it's off to the bandsaw to cut a thick layer off of that. This is my old 18-inch bandsaw, my first homemade bandsaw. I have an obsolete design, but I still use it quite a lot. And now making sure the edge is completely flat, as well as planing the face that I just cut. Just checking how it fits in the drawer, and then cutting it to final width on the table saw. And cleaning up that cut on the joint. Next I need to make that block fit in the drawer. First I'm checking that the drawer is actually square, and then cutting one end square, and then checking how that fits in there, marking the length, and cutting it off.
There's a guy on YouTube that does woodworking. I can just imagine that.
So I'm making all the slots a little bit wider than the blade by making two cuts.
That his wife comes home and he's just suddenly something new's been added to the house.
I decided to cut one more slot, except I cut that from the wrong end, so I have a cut that shouldn't be there.
He does woodworking things. Yeah, and
I just fixed that by cutting off that part of the block and making another slot somewhere else.
and I just can't help but think that
And one of those knives, the cheapest of them all, is just a little bit too long to fit across the drawer. So I have a solution for that, which is to just cut it
oh
off.
my god.
I'm sure that technique will get all the knifers all worked out.
Well, no, it's like there's no knife drawer in the no knife.
And I need a little bit of a relief cut for space for the handles.
So it's like he you know, a knife block set. You know how you have like on the counter. Anyway, he made one for the
And
drawers.
checking it, I realized one of the knives needs a tiny bit more room for the handle. And then cleaning up on the belt sack.
Yeah, but they keep their knives in a drawer, and so it's like normally they're just like there in a drawer. And so he made a specific one. Well, yeah, he made a specific one for the you know, one specifically designed for the drawer, and
then I had the idea of also making a small slot for the pair of knives. There's a screw at the front of the drawer for the handle, and that gets in the way. So I
my
drilled the hole
God.
to make room.
so he recorded this video in real time of him doing this. And it just has sped it up. No, it's okay. I'm just saying, this is...
And then I figured I needed some kind of pin.
He just kept the video recording the entire time. So all his processes of him coming, his thinking about it, all I'm doing it is in this sped up,
And now setting that round.
you know, 6-minute clip. And we're only at 4 minutes 28 seconds in the clip, and he's almost done.
After all, so I didn't need it down.
And
And then I decided to add another slot for another knife that I like to use. That's a lot of knives in there now. Maybe a little bit crowded, but I can still get them out. The cutlery tray in this drawer also keeps sliding around, so I'm making a block to go.
oh my God!
Lock it in place.
It's like his,
Cutting it to length, then cutting a certain
at
thickness.
least you know something's clean.
From both sides. And let's see how that fits. Marking the corner where the tray goes. Cutting that off on the bandsaw. And then smoothing out on the belt sander, especially with all those burn marks on there. Well, I think that's all done.
Oh my God. So, and let's say approximately, because of how fast it was sped up, in less than a half hour, he saw the cutting block problem and all the silverware tray sliding around in the drawer problem, fixed it in like a half hour with just a silly idea and woodworking stuff in the basement or his workshop, which is whatever near the house. And man, I used to have woodworking tools in my basement, and that's something I would have done. She'd rather you be creative in other means. Yeah, instead of playing the video games. You suck.
Typically do both. My wife and I are a bit of perfectionists, so dirty dishes in the sink longer than a day can be rather irritating.
How do they last that long? What are you doing? Oh my god.
Vacuum up the house every Sunday. Groceries on Sunday, meal prep on Sunday. Slightly tidy up once in a while.
Have you watched the TV show The Flash? No, go. But anyway, go ahead. I'll finish my thing. You vacuum on Sundays?
Basically a stay-at-home dad in a way. So
Soon?
sometimes she gets irritated if something isn't done the second she walks in the door.
Hmm? I can understand how my dad felt when he came home and my mom was still in her nightgown. There you go. Evidently he's in prison now. I've not been watching the show for like the past couple of years, so I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. And it just shows there's a clip that no one can bully Barry even in prison. And the Flash is in prison now. Why? I don't know.
Heard you had a little one-on-one time with Badge this morning. First, dirty up my shoes. No.
Yeah, in the second. I've not. I haven't watched that either. I haven't watched the Supergirl. I saw like the first 3-4 episodes of Supergirl, and then that was when it was on CBS, and that stopped. It's about the same time I stopped watching Flash. Same time I stopped watching Legends of Tomorrow. All those shows. I stopped watching TV.
Ditching to the cops? You've had quite the first week, haven't you?
I don't want any trouble.
Too late. Told you you'd be sorry. You won't get lucky twice.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Good morning, Candy.
Like father, like son, eh?
Is Fortnite up and running yet?
No.
No?
I'm still in a 13-minute queue. I'm back into a 13-minute queue. been... How long ago was it? Let's see. Almost an hour ago, they said it would be a couple more hours.
Oh yeah, I see it now. 52 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I guess now I gotta go spend time with the kids or something. Alright, well, I'll be back on here in a little bit then. See you guys later.
There. So, besides candy, no, I'm not, and I will admit defeat. But technically, it's not been an hour yet. Well, it's almost been an hour. Yeah, it sure did. I gladly lost that bet. I will say this. I got 11. The time keeps going up on the queue. I'm wondering if they could ever fix the in-game audio for in-game chat. It's like we all have to wind up going through party chat, which is convenient because, you know, it makes it easier for us to communicate outside of in-game matches, you know. Yeah, but the audio is still very poor. It's like they have never fixed it. Yeah. You know, and that's kind of like, that's because the audio is going through their servers, not just the PSN network. When we're talking like this, we're just going through the PSN network. It's to the side of the game. It's like Ubisoft has it figured out. When if you've ever played a Ubisoft game, their in-game chat is decent. Wait. Isn't it lunch? No, it's brunch time. Central Time Zone. If you will, Chicago. Or as we pronounce it, Chicago.
What would you say if I told you I was already in the game?
No, no. You can call me fat, but don't call me a liar. See, that's the... Oh. So are you all are still in Canny then, right? Oh man.
Mine is Meeks and Andy.
if you guys need help getting doing a, I feel like your mission is not in your level. It's probably in a higher level in Canny that you can't see or something. You know, hit me up. I'll gladly help. I'm usually on all day. But, oh, the FYI is like sometimes I don't pay attention to messages. Um, 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 um,
8 seconds ago, here's a brief explanation of our extended downtime. We're working to get you back in-game. Let the games lead.
Read the link out loud so some of us with learning disabilities can understand.
Currently, their link is not working. Typical. The link doesn't even work. Games.com isn't working right now.
BBE's alive, man. Fuck BBB.
Didn't we have this discussion yesterday?
Hey, just because you suck at playing BBB doesn't mean you gotta hate on it, alright?
First of all, I do suck.
Just, yeah, there you go. Just say I suck. I don't like to play it because I suck.
Secondly, I really dislike the BBB in this game.
Oh crap.
It's cool and awesome, but I really hate it. Because it's shitting on BBE.
Oh, come on. Don't even play that game. Randman, don't even play that game.
Forgetting about us.
All right, here it is. Here's their official extended.
$3,000 BBE just to get shit on and forgotten by epics. They're just focused on that battle royale.
All right, here's.
I am a supporter of this company, and this company is fucking slapping me with shit.
Here's the extended downtime brief explanation. During our downtime to upgrade, During our downtime to upgrade to 2.3, we were performing recommended tasks to resolve a lingering database issue. Those tasks ended up causing the database to go into a bad state. After significant consideration, we decided our best option was to restore from a backup at the moment we took the servers down for the patch. Our first restore failed, parentheses, due to issues unrelated with the quality of the backup, close parentheses, and we're working on a second attempt at the restore. Our top people, and people are capitalized, our top people are on it, and it will soon be up as soon as humanly possible. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to claim that I had... They better give me back the guns that I never had before. In the roles that I never had them in. It's like he... You unplug the microphone, it still plays through the TV. Or you turn off the Or you're not even watching the game anymore, or the system. Twine.
Watch TV, play a video game, or actually do something that matters. Buy stuff online. Today I bought stuff online. Already broke. I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Luckily it's boys, so I don't
I'm just saying it's nice talking to a group of people who are not living with their parents. Shut up. No, I swear, I know a lot of people through this game that live at home, and they're grown adults. This is why we have tweezers in the kitchen.
I would have moved out at 20, but my wife told me not to, so why not? This is a higher quality.
And what's the better site? Sounds like a golfing website.
Already not liking the pop-ups. Yep.
You must have a pop-up blocker.
Also, ads for people Asian women want to meet cool men that like your clothes. You better close the door before you play this game. It has a picture of a girl in underwear. And women like her want a man over 35. Bullshit, I'm out on that one. These Asian singles will make your jaw drop.
Well, because yeah, after you go Asian, you're just hungry for another Asian an hour later. That's the joke.
It was just when I first opened the website. I think I might watch this, so go off mic.
$2,272 more survivors to save. I hope the Valentine's Day, although the Valentine's Day thing is going to be like a 1 week thing. Yeah. I hope something soon is like the Halloween event, where they give us the chance to get new survivors, and you
That'll be in spring.
that
Spring and autumn.
that'd be nice. Please have husks dressed like rabbits. Please have husks dressed like rabbits. Because that'd be funny.
For the Valentines, I'm guessing the midgets will be tiny cubits. The exploders will throw boxes of chocolates at you. And just hearts.
Exactly, that'd be awesome.
That works too. I can see them throwing giant Easter eggs at you. Yeah, maybe I can see the midgets dressed like rabbits. Bunny ears.
I'm just saying that I want them to update the frickin' these events that are nice and all, but you know, all the cities and forests and shit in in Canny should be reminiscent of what the storm shield looks like. Same thing with Twine.
Yeah, I need to accidentally fall in some lava at Twine Peaks. If you went to the edge of the map and you look down, you should see lava.
Well, no, at the edge of the map in Twine Peaks, you're in the storm shield. The edge of your map, the edge of your landmass is water. Is a beach and water. If all of them were tiny, if every one of them was a tiny island, that'd be sweet. That'd be neat. I could dig that, because then there'll be no more falling off the edge of the fucking map and dying because a smasher knocked you off the edge of the map, or you get lagged off while walking because someone's loading in and you fall off the edge of the map. The falling off the edge of the map shit is bullshit. And no, when you fall off the edge of the map, your weapons should not lose durability. That is like, you know, video game 101. When you die, you don't die. You know, if you die from, I don't know,
Getting shot or smacked to death.
if you build a ladder to the sky and you fall off that ladder, yeah, you can lose durability from that. But you fall off the edge of the map, you should not lose durability.
So much shit. The Gravedigger's one of them. Are they really?
Yeah, the update, man, is tough. I mean, the patch notes.
You're not gonna be happy, dude.
Oh man,
How much? What all are they nerfing?
they scaled back everything on the fucking weapon.
What was the kill that they were nerfing on? Besides the Gravedigger?
It was the Gravedigger, that rocket launcher thing that you were talking about. I forgot the name. The one that shoots smashers across the map.
The Hydra,
The Dam Buster.
Dam Buster.
Yes, thank you. And then the Hydra, they're lowering the impact on it as well.
Yeah, I already did that.
And then I forgot what else they were nerfing. Oh, they're also nerfing soldiers. The amount of DPS they can do.
What? Are you serious?
What really pisses me off is that they said that the Grenadiers 10-second grenades is now 5 seconds permanently. It's now 5 seconds permanently. Goddamn pieces of shit.
Yeah. 32. Get out of my face.
I was wondering how long do we keep them?
Hey, write it down. Write it down. I'm too stupid to fucking remember that shit.
I'm muting him to say this, but I'm laughing at the fact.
I know.
Now, Yucca as in Y-U-K-K-A. Bring your bitch. Don't even talk, you goat fucking fuck.
Everyone knows you can't fuck goats. You can only cuddle them.
Says every time Bernie tries to talk again.
This milk is just so thick. What's going on? Milk's supposed to be sweet. Why is it salty?
So, the Earthing Ranger, the soldiers, the grave digger, where all this information come from?
Patch notes.
Which ones?
Today's patch notes.
They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything about that earlier.
There's-
That's why the maintenance is going out screwed up.
Yeah, something screwed up with this maintenance.
Yeah. It was what? A few minutes ago, 17 minutes ago, that it's going to be down for 7 more hours.
They didn't say anything in the patch notes about it, but that's because someone's screwing it up.
They updated the patch notes.
So sitting there just letting our shit waste electricity. Where in the patch notes did they say any of this?
They in the updated patch notes, they came up with a. There was a second updated patch notes.
Luckily, technology isn't that good yet to where I can smell it.
I think we've taken the joke too far.
So upgraded patch notes is saying
Nothing.
sorts.
Yeah, we're joking.
I really wouldn't have cared anyways. I was just kind of confused because there was none of that in there.
Yeah, no, that they didn't do none of that. We're having a bit of fun.
They're also increasing the dragon slash to 5 seconds. So, 10.
What was it? Williamson, the guy that does the dev stream, one of their dev streams was mentioned that there's a ninja nerf
fragments should go away. Fragments should only be for loot llamas.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I agree with that. It's just kind of like a 30-second to a minute cooldown.
And they should make constructors sniper specialists. That if they use a sniper weapon, that it automatically gives them a higher DPS output as opposed to anyone else.
I would say that constructors should get a explosive weapons, sniper rifle, and the club, your hardware.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, the explosive weapon bonus would help out a lot with clearing ads, and the constructor really doesn't have any DPS period. So an explosive weapon would help it with a lot of stuff.
True. So it's like, and every one of the characters should have some way of getting, clearing off AOE attacks. Like the Dimmock, she drops her smoke that gets rid of AOEs. Right. And if the Outlanders, you phase shift, you clear off your clear off the AOEs, but soldiers and constructors have no way to clear off the AOE attack. So if they're burning or cold.
Yes and no. AOE attack. You're talking area of effect attacks, or are you talking about DOT attacks?
Or whatever, yeah, those things, DOTs.
Dots. Okay.
Yeah.
Dots. They can evade the AOEs by using the shockwave and stunning the enemy before they even do the area of effect attack.
But that's not the point though. It should be you should be able to get rid of the effect if you do get touched somehow.
Right. But I think that's the downfall of the soldiers, that he's not meant to be a super soldier. He's meant to just be a combat-oriented thing. So, I think soldiers are fine where they're at. Actually, soldiers could use a nerf, to be honest with you. Soldiers could use a nerf to their health, but that's about it. Their damage output's great. The Outlander's damage output isn't the same as the soldier's, but the Outlander with a ranged weapon does quite a significant amount of damage still. Because she's retarded.
Soldiers have more health, less shield. Ninjas have more shield. Well, no, ninjas have more shield and less health than soldiers. They're the opposites of each other, and Outlanders are the ones that have neither.
The shield doesn't compensate for the amount of health that they lose.
Right.
You gain 10k shield, right? But you lose 50, 60,000 health. That's a lot. That's a big difference. I have made a forum post stating little articles and stuff like that. And I'm gonna compile like a whole research table and do a bunch of formatting on Reddit, doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and see if we can get some of this stuff, the way that we all want it. So.
I want the no sprint bar, no stamina for sprinting.
I think there should be a separate bar for stamina and a separate bar for energy.
Exactly.
I'm just tired that I can't sprint and use my abilities at the same time.
Yeah,
There's that, but
that's a separate bar.
can, some can't.
I use all my sprint to get to a location, and I want to immediately throw down, say, a dragon slash or a teddy bear or something like that. I can't. I have to wait.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with like the shockwave
I'll say this. I also think that all the characters should have at least a double jump. And I'll say ninjas should have a triple jump. But if all the other characters, minus ninjas, that the double jumps would be. Hey, let me finish my thought. Pause. Hang on a second. Let me finish my thought. That they should have everyone should have a double jump, but the double jump should cost a shitload of stamina for everybody but the ninja.
That's where I was getting at. They have to make a separate stamina.
Right.
That the double jump for the ninja should cost 25, and the double jump for every other character besides the constructor, you take 75 stamina, and the soldier and the outlander take 50. Because you know there's no way you're lifting up a 275 14-foot in the air without using some major kind of force. Well, that is if you're taking Penny. She's 200. If you're using Mega Base Kyle, you're 275. You're talking to a 275-pound guy here yourself. I would know.
He's just big boned.
I want you to go ahead and participate in the bleach tablet eating contest. So, Kenny, 75 from 200. What, no, like, I like more now, like 290.
And 6'4".
That's my point. But it's, if you look at the ninja, it's not the ninja itself that has the double jump, it's the boots. The boots itself have a spring load.
Right.
It's the augmented legs that she has.
Yeah.
That should be like a skill you can unlock. Suddenly your character has these boots.
They should open up the 5th skill tree, where they open up a new lobby or the new map, if they do. And one of the things should be unlocks double jump for all soldiers, or all classes. It decreases
Ninja.
ninjas' stamina usage by 50%.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm just saying, as a constructor, sometimes you make a pit for the things to fall in, and you have to either build a wall or stairs to get out, or put a jump pad in, and that's all just a whole bunch of stupid when you could just jump out, or you're running across the map.
And then you have to sit there and destroy it too behind you, and then they walk up and tell you that you're just hitting them. You can't actually hit the damn thing that's you're standing on.
Yes, but if you're trying to go up, you can't use the directional pad to do that.
Yes, exactly. And you can use the jump pad. You can use the jump pad, but you have to. And you can't place a jump pad on bare brick or bare street or bare floor or whatever. You know what I mean?
You have to put a floor down, and then it negates the idea of the pit as well.
Get down. Beat your ass, cat. What was your address again? You got it right. Damn.
What about 18 Road, or 18 Yemen Road, Yemen?
What the hell? Dude.
18 Yemen Road, Yemen.
So it's still down?
I'm in a 12-minute queue right now. I've already lost. Yeah.
I still got 15 minutes. Or 18 minutes.
Eastern, Candy's in Central, and Rand's in. See, Randman's in Mountain. That's what I was about to say. I'm in Central.
Knock some balls around. You know.
It's already greased up. I broke gang on the thing. Oh shit. He's like, check out the wind, bro. Shit, church controller. But I've still got your knife here. You should see this. It's actually a pretty cool knife. He's got it's a 17th century style dagger. Oh, I can cover the blood.
I'm also wondering how come they can't do like more animations of Ray. More. Why can't we have a cutscene of Ray, or and crap like that? Give us story again.
Are you talking about like how they could have a Warframe animation where it pops up on the screen and it does whatever?
Maybe. I have no idea what the Warframe is. I'm assuming it's a game.
Basically, they would do a fake thing where it would block the vision a little bit, but you'd see the character, and then you could still see behind it, so it's not very full.
Yeah.
And they would walk around, they would do certain things, show their face, and do other kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Well, instead of the loading screen, have it be like a animation screen instead. You know what I mean? When you first go into like an event.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to see like a general hub where everybody can meet up in home base, and there's like hundreds of you. That would be pretty cool.
That would be neat.
And it's actually like inside that little pyramid. You know what I mean? And somebody like teleports you somewhere, and it brings you to this vast room that you just, whatever.
Well, if you remember Stonewood, there's that big door beside the pyramid.
Like that, yeah.
And that's where, if you, not many people remember the beginning of the game, but you were an actual character and you put on a virtual reality headset to play some other character in the field. So you're a separate person from the hero you're controlling. But they never show us back at that base, and that's kind of like weird. That'd be neat to be able to go back to see the base.
Yeah, when was that? Because I never got to see that.
That was at the very beginning of the game. At the very beginning of the game, when you first start the game, you are in the first minute of the game. You have this huge cutscene where you're walking into this mountain base, and the robot Ray is animated, and she's there with some other robots, and she tells you, "Hurry, step into this. We need your help." Blah blah blah, and gets you to put on this headset.
See, that's kind of what Warframe's about too. So that they've got a kind of a similarity between that as well. Warframe is basically, Warframe is you're a human, but you control mechanical structures from the ship, and it's like you have a headset, but you're in a cocoon.
Right.
Protected from all danger. That would be pretty cool. If you're listening, hire us.
Yeah. You know, if one thing I wouldn't mind doing for Epic, I'd be a fucking beta tester because, god damn it, evidently their beta testers are pieces of shit to let all these things get by.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking of too. But you know, goodness gracious, all the shit that they're not fixing or not finding. You know, stage.
5 minutes, but yet.
It's still there. I already checked it. I would have thought that I was going to be able to play when I got home. That sucks. Let's see. I'm playing this Battlefield 1. Somehow. That's all I get in this game.
So, no. Did Birdie come back into the conversation? Because he was gone for a little while.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was here.
Yeah, he's here now. He's just off mic.
Yeah, I invited him back. Along with Dater.
El Duder.
Bran, you got Battlefield 1? I'll get my ass kicked in this one. Shit. I was gonna go let you.
What? Oh, my stream? Oh, it's hilarious. I swear to God, I'll say this. There have been times where... So my streams are just basically a record of me and my gameplay. But I have almost 1,000 subscribers at this point, which is really weird. Which is why I end all my streams with anybody who's still watching. Why? Because really, why? This is. But every time that we've done one of these, they've done one of these updates, and it's like a huge long queue for us to get back in. Every time I started streaming, like an hour later or 45 minutes later, the game starts up again. So, this is the first time it's taken longer than an hour. Ah, crap. I'll be noticing that in 1 minute and 33 seconds. Unless it starts up, which then you guys will be right. I am glad at least on Twitter they're updating us every hour on the hour-ish to their failings. We still suck. Talk to you in an hour.
Needs to copy.
They know what they did. Eight, 7, 6, 5. I don't think he heard you, Raz. $27. Well, no, it's like I'm just saying that so that's I'm just saying that my streams are a compilation of all the times I play Fortnite and all the crap that Fortnite has been wrong with.
They've also made Rainbow Six Siege.
fucking Reddit.